Think about it. In the history of baseball, 2 kids making their major league debut, hitting back-to-back.
You know we got to hear the calls by Sterling on that. I've not heard that.
But think about this for a second.
Get it done, Flea.
And Yankee fans should be kind of giddy about this, and I don't think they're going to win the wild card or anything like that. But they are in full-fledged rebuild mode, and they're above 500.
3 games over.
Like, how many teams have ever done that? Where they're like, we are rebuilding. Now, granted, they still have veterans in their lineup. Sure. I get it. Oh, Ellsbury's still there. Teixeira's there when he plays. McCann's still there. I get all that. But they are rebuilding.
They look like,
and they're winning games.
And they look like they're loaded for the future. I mean, if Aaron Judge and Tyler Austin and Gary Sanchez and now the guys they got in the trades, Torres and Frazier, I mean, if these guys are all the real deal,
well, but
what's this team going to be?
But that's the key.
Oh, I know. But I mean, that really doesn't address the pitching, and I know they got a lot of pitchers in these trades too.
Forget about addressing the pitching, which you're right about. It's addressing can they do it for full seasons. I mean, Jesus Montero came up, looked great in September a few years ago.
Hey, Kevin Moss, I didn't forget him.
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of examples of it. So
you know the last guy, you know the last Yankee to hit home runs in his first 2 games as a Yankee? Some guy named Joe Lefebvre. I swear to God, 1980.
Well, and what does that tell you?
Joe Lefebvre in 1980.
And that's why there should be a mix of excitement but caution if you're a Yankee fan. Excitement because Aaron Judge is not just hitting home runs. He hits them like 600 feet.
Well, I didn't see the one he hit. It was like a 500-foot home run, right?
It was
the first one, right?
Yeah, I think it was the 3rd longest home run already in the new Yankee Stadium, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I would say.
So, I mean, you should be giddy. I'm not saying don't be giddy, but also cautious giddiness. Yeah. But it's amazing. I'm thinking about this Sunday morning. The Yankees are rebuilding.
Unreal.
And they're winning games. They're rebuilding, and they're sort of in a pennant race.
You still want to get rid of Cashman? The Yankee fans always want Cashman out. I mean, this guy's one of the best there is. I'm sorry. I think he is.
If he pulls this off and the Yankees go back to being this good, playoff contender basically every year, and they have a new core, and they do it while never having a losing season during the rebuild.
Incredible.
I mean, last year was year 1 of the sort of rebuild.
Sort of.
They went to the playoffs. This year, it's gone more in depth, and they're in a pennant race.
Amazing.
Again, they're not going to win a wild card spot in all likelihood, but the fact that that's even being discussed after they trade away Miller and they trade away Beltran and they trade away Chapman, I mean, you got to be impressed. And also the changing of the guard Friday night, the retirement of A-Rod, you welcome in the new the next day. You're right about the pitching. That's something that's got to be sorted out. And Luis Severino should just start every 5 days, and hopefully he figures it out for his sake.
But they sent him back down again, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
I think they did.
But he'll be, I mean, September 1st is right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But I'd have him in the rotation at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Chad Green, too, to see what he's got.
Pitching tonight, right, against Dickey?
Absolutely, to see what and he'll be tested against that Blue Jay lineup. But, I mean, you got to be cautiously giddy if you're a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Now, here are the calls because
we got to hear it.
It was baseball history. Aaron Judge,
never happened before
Tyler Austin.
In the history of baseball. Never have 2 guys in their first at-bats in the major leagues hit back-to-back home runs.